Hello. So today in this video, I will discuss about regarding the JavaScript events. Because without the JavaScript events concept, you cannot call uh, any kind of the HTML value, otherwise processing whatever you want to do. Without this concept, you cannot do. And next video again I will show again the small programs based upon this ones, and how to write the JavaScript code also, that also I will discuss in the my next video. So JavaScript event is an action that be detected by the JavaScript. What is the event? A JavaScript event is an action that can be detected by the JavaScript. We say that an event is triggered and it can be caught by the JavaScript functions, and which then do something in response. Meaning like this one only, whenever you have it some kind of the button, otherwise input box, so there we are generating the event. That event is again detected by the JavaScript, and based upon that event only they will trigger again the some kind of the functions, and then they will do the some responses. But in the original JavaScript word, event could be specified right in the HTML markup. For in the original JavaScript word, events could be specified right in the HTML markup with hooks to the JavaScript code. And more powerful frameworks were developed, and website design and best practices were defined. This original mechanisms was thus supplanted by the listener approach. So we can apply here again the listener approach, and with the help of this one again you can manage the JavaScript events. Here you can see again, this is one of the example to how to add JavaScript file as external. So here JavaScript file, whenever creating the external JavaScript file, the extension of that file is .js. So that file, whenever you want to add, you can write a script type equal to text like JavaScript. Otherwise you can write only a script and then src, that is called the source. And then inside that one, just now you created the some kind of the JavaScript file, the extension of that file is .js, so that we can call inside a double quote. So double quote inline.js we can put, then again we have to close the scripting tag. Okay, so this way we can use external JavaScripts. But here another things you can see here, on submit, red color ones you can see, on submit, on hover, okay, on focus, on click. So these are the events. So these events, with the help of these events you can again trigger, otherwise you can call all of the function which is already included inside the JavaScript file. Okay, so this is again called one kind of the listener techniques also. One of the again in this ones, even you can call JavaScripts in inline also. Inline means like inline CSS is there, no? Same way we can use JavaScript in inline. Again nothing required, again the separate tag and other thing, there itself only we can call. So take example here, div, one division you have, to div id equal to example 1. So there we want to display the some pop-up message. So display for the pop-up message we can use alert functions in JavaScript. What function? Alert function in the JavaScript. So in that functions, on click equal to double quote alert, and inside alert double quote whatever the message you want you can display. Then close it, and this close the bracket again, and then click for the pop up, that is the division. Inside the division that text is there, and the close the division. Okay. So in that one what will happen, once you can click again the data statements, then again the pop-up message will come. So this problem with this type of the programming is that the HTML markup and the corresponding JavaScript logics are together, almost together is again the concepts are there, but this concept is again not applicable for the another programming language, because JavaScript we can use either in the Java, either in the .NET, either in the PHP, but everywhere such kind of the the flexibility is not there, whatever it is there in the HTML. So HTML we can write the inline JavaScript, but the same thing if you want to write in the another one, not possible, because here almost again the concepts, otherwise the we can say the syntaxes are almost same, and the layer wise we can say again the not much again the differences for the layer wise between the HTML and the JavaScript. So that's why the inline event handler approach is there in the only HTML along with the JavaScript. One thing is again very important, that is called the event objects. No matter which type of the event we encounter, but all event object, that is called the DOM event object, and event handlers associated with them can access and manipulate them. Means here all DOM event objects are associated with means here which type of the means the any objects event of that is called the DOM event objects. One thing. Another thing, that event handler associated with them, all objects again the event handler is associated with the all of the event objects, okay, and it can access the manipulate, it can access and you can manipulate. So we see the event pass the function handler as a parameter name. Here you can see example. So event handler passed with the name of the E only in these functions. Event object, again the different options are there. One is called the bubbles, cancellables, and the prevent default. So bubbles means here if an event's bubbles property is set to true, if an event's bubbles property is set to true, then there must be an event handler in place to handle the event, or it will bubble up to its parents and trigger an event handle there. This is regarding the bubbles. Regarding the cancellables, the cancelable property is also a boolean value that indicates whether or not the event can be cancelled. The cancelable property is also a boolean value that indicates whether or not the event can be cancelled. And the last third one is again the prevent default. So a cancelable default action for a event can be stopped using the prevent default method. In the next slide regarding this one I will discuss. So this is again the one example just on told default what is called the prevent the default behavior here again. So you can use the function, give the function name. So function name is here the submit button clicked only. E again the approach here, if e dot cancelable, otherwise e dot prevent default. So this is the one of the sample event handle function that prevents the default event. Now this is again the main things, how many type of the event types, and this is very important for exam also. So there are the several classes of events with several types of the event, with each class specified by the W3C. First one is called mouse events, keyboard events, form events, and frame events. Four are there: mouse events, keyboard events, form events, and frame events. Under the mouse events, again on click, on DB click, double click, that is called the on DB click means double clicked, right? And mouse down, so we can press the mouse down over an element, that is called on mouse down. On click is the same, single only, click the mouse, double click on the mouse. On mouse down, you can press the down over an element, and on mouse up you can release the mouse over an element, okay, and on mouse over you can put the mouse cursor over the element, that is called the on mouse over. On mouse out you can remove the mouse cursor from the element, that is called the on mouse off out. And one mouse move, the mouse was moved with while an element. One just see here, one mouse out and one mouse move little bit difference. Mouse out means once you can click your mouse, okay, for particular this one element, there again you already release the mouse there again, Okay, click again you can, and when mouse move means you can put again the mouse pointer here and there, that is called the on mouse move. Same way keyboard events, first thing is the on key down, on key press and on key up. These are the three things. The user is pressing a key, that is called the on key down. On key press, the user presses a key, that is the on key press, and on key up, the user releases a key, that was down. So keyboard event you can see here, input type equal to text, ID equal to key example. So the input box above example could be listened to and each key press echo back to the users and alert as per this example you see. So document.get element by ID key example. So we are getting the all of the value of that input box back to there again. Input box only. Okay, then dot on key down, we call the function my function e, on key press equal to e dot key code, then varchar string dot form char code key press, then alert key plus character plus watch pressed. In this small example, what is happening here, we have a one input box. In that input box, whatever you are pressing there in the keyboard, that message will come as a pop-up window only. So what we can do, we can do regarding this one, created one input box and we return the id. From the id we pass the value to the javascript. So document.get element id, that id is the dot on key down. This is the your textbook example only, and then there we already associated with the one javascript function direct only. So function my function e, then on key press dot e dot key code, get the raw key code here. Okay, and that raw key code we have to convert to the string. For converting purpose again, after the converting we have to store in the somewhere na? So we store inside the character var means again to declarations purpose in the javascripts. Whenever you want to declare data types, I can say data types, n means character, otherwise integers, anything you can store here. So var character equal to string dot form character code, and then whatever the raw keyword there, that we have to pass here key pressed, and then alert message we have to display. So display purpose, character is only the value, but along with that one if you want to display some statement also, so inside the double quote that statement you can put and concat that value. So we have to put the plus here. So key inside the double quote plus character plus, and inside the double quote we already added for the watch pressed, right? So these programs again I will show the demo in the maybe the my next videos, not an issue. Same way we have again the form elements, form events. So one is called the on blur. On blur means a form element has lost focus. Okay, and maybe the due to the click or tab key press. So that is again called the on blur. On change, some input box, text area or select field had there the value will be changed. On change we can apply input box, text area and the select one. So there we can use the on change. Another one is again the on focus, complementing the on blur event, and this is triggered when an element get focus. And on reset, HTML forms have to ability to reset everything. Means suppose that you fill all of the information in the form, you want to click on the reset, so you will reset everything. So on select, when the user selects some text, this is often used to try and prevent the copy paste. If you want to block the copy paste with the help of the on select, again we can block that option. You can see so many websites, even including the banking sector websites, you cannot copy paste everything. Okay, so that kind of the preventions we can do with the help of the on select. And the on submit, when the form is submitted, this event is the triggered when we can do some pre-validation. When the user submits like this one, Valkins, whenever you are on submit, you can do whatever you are submitting, we can check with the help of the JavaScript if all this information is in the proper format or not. So this is called one kind of the pre-validations before the user submit. So this is example again regarding the on submit. Okay, so once you have again the login form, so already you enter the password or not. If password equal to double quote empty, then we can display error, enter a password, and whatever you have a default setting, that's default setting you want to prevent, then again e dot prevent default back to the again your that particular input box only. And same we can do for the validations. We can do again the validations, writing the code to pre-validate forms on the client side also, and reduce the number of the incorrect submissions. Validation means, what is the meaning of the value, why you want validation? Validations means, again you can, we can again the junk kind of the value nobody can submit that you want to protect now. So and another things, you are doing the validation in the client side again, then you can reduce the server load also. So such kind of the things, such activities, such kind of the things we can do with the help of the JavaScripts, like the email validations, number validations, data validation. Data validation means, just take example for this one, somebody they are giving for the date of birth, right? You know my users again, the date of birth is the more than 18 years only. So what happened, from the today days minus you can go for the 18 years, and then anybody is putting the date up between that range, at least you can display the message na, you are not a valid users. So such kind of the things is called again the data validations, that also do with the help of the JavaScript. Okay, so these are the small only, you already enter the username and password and other value or not, that much only it is there. This will see again the more and more with the help of the program. So another thing is again there, you have a checkbox, so you already click the checkbox or not. Okay, if suppose that your checkbox is not clicked, then again we have to display the message, the box is already checked, kindly click the box. Okay, so such kind of the things we can check with the help of the validating the forms. And another thing is again that together again you are submitting the all information together, then also we can check one by one with the help of the submitting the forms. So at least you got the little idea regarding all of this, the form events, then the validations. So in my next video again, one by one I will discuss all programs based upon these events and other details. So thanks for your patience.